I'm a neutral stance here, folks. I've always told you that for years, that I get it. I get it. I see in the comments, in the live chat, in comments on our videos. I've seen on forums for years. I started this stuff in 2015. There's always going to be complaints of, hey, I'm not getting paid as much as I used to. They are cutting rates. They send me garbage orders. They don't care about drivers. They're going to pay us the minimum amount possible. I'm looking at your income as a business, because that's what it's a business. The people who are going to be left behind aren't looking at different revenue streams. We just posted a video today talking about at-home income streams. You have to build active and semi-passive revenue streams. I do not want you to get locked up in one app, because then what? You got the full control of that app. So I will look at different niches and apps all the time. This is the gig economy. Most everyone, like 90%, according to DoorDash's recent data, people have other stuff going on. This is not their full-time income. If it is, I get it, because it affects you more. I 100% get it. But if it is, especially your full-time income, have a contingency plan, have a backup, start to build your own business on the side, grow it and scale it. So eventually you can move away as much maybe from gig economy work. Because if you don't do anything, if you don't do any research, any adaptation, then again, you are 100% at the whim of these apps and these niches. And keep in mind, this whole stuff is brand new. Founded these companies in 2012, basically Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, around there, 2012, 2013. So I want you to make as much money as possible. And that's my job here, is to help you make money in different side hustles. We're a team here. I want you to do the other part of the research and work as well. At least twice, Khosrow Shahi mentioning upselling Eats customers on Uber One, which is right here in the middle. That is their membership program. Dash Pass is DoorDash's membership, the monthly membership. You don't got to pay like delivery fees, whatever it is. You get better pricing, this and that. There's some different benefits there. Twice, Khosrow Shahi mentioning upselling riders, which is of course on their ride sharing vertical, to Eats, to grocery, and ultimately the Uber One subscription. Because Khosrow Shahi mentioned a 2.7 times spend for those members on Uber One. If you're paying for the subscription, you're like, this is the platform that I'm going to use. Alan, thanks for being here. Appreciate you being here as always. Should customers tip be based on miles or on the restaurants? That's a good question. When it comes to tip, frankly, I still feel like it should be based on what they're willing to tip. That's my honest take on it. Like, imagine going into like your favorite coffee shop and they're like, your tip's based on our rewards program, and your tip is based on how frequently you come here. Like, if you don't come here a lot, it's like, we've noticed it's like your first or second time, you're going to pay more than if you're like a regular, and we're going to automatically put like a lesser tip. So I do feel like it should be up to the customer. It's, I don't feel like a tip should be based on miles or the restaurant. And I get it. If you order from like, fancy sushi place and you're spending like $80, $100 on a family dinner for sushi, it's a big ticket, then yeah, if that person doesn't tip anything, that whole payout for you as a driver, it's obviously going to be lower. And we would like to have something in there that guarantees the tip. I get it, but I can't see any way that a mandatory tip would ever work based on anything. I hope that answers your question there. Khosrow Shahi stating they are positive, thinking into Q3 and Q4 of this year into accelerate growth. That is in contrast to what I've said of warning of a tapering in growth in Q3 and Q4. If that's the case, that'd be fantastic. I'm completely fine being wrong there. If we accelerate through Q3 and Q4, take a look at this. Mobility demand and delivery demand since 2019. This is an excellent chart to look at because it really visualizes the pandemic massive drop in demand in rideshare. So rideshare is in black, Uber Eats is in green, and you can see right around here, seasonal decline, right? End of year, seasonal decline right here, December into January. Pandemic hits 2020, early 2020, massive free fall in rideshare. And we saw a nice pivot, really. I think Uber Eats did a good job, a pivot in their delivery. And now, like Khosrow Shahi said, or maybe associates said, they're basically at 70% recovery. Right here, April, this is fresh data, folks, April of 2022, last month, the data, they're basically fully recovered. Something that was really interesting is market share. Khosrow Shahi stated they are not focused on market share right now. DoorDash is still at 59% market share, Uber Eats at 24%. And that has not changed a lot. 3% increase year over year in basket size of customer orders. I thought that was really interesting. Here's how pay changes. Pay changes based on supply and demand, customer discretionary spending versus drivers in the marketplace, based on seasonality, could be based on algorithmic things that we do not see. It could be based on algorithmic changes. Maybe, I don't even know, right? Because we don't see, actual algorithms, whatnot, going behind the scenes. I will tell you this is, in my opinion, I feel like it will be amplified, if you're in a smaller marketplace. So I'd ask you, Pro Freedom, think about the population in your city, in your marketplace, compared to like here in Pittsburgh. I think, Allegheny County, Pittsburgh is like 1.3 million population, something like that. When I lived in San Diego County was like 3.3 million. Quite a difference. So if your marketplace, if it's 1 million here in Pittsburgh, if it's like 500,000, right? Or like super small, I don't know, 200,000, whatever it is, then again, I feel like changes are going to be felt harder. If you have an influx of drivers sign up for whatever reason, something in your community, the discretionary spending goes down. People are spending less on food delivery. Maybe there's something algorithmic. I have no idea. Because again, we can't see the algorithm there. What I would do always is you have to always look at new opportunities. Always. It's everything we talk about. Different apps, completely different niches, and everything else. Affiliate income, selling a product, course, or service, social media stuff. We just posted a video again with at-home work today because things will change. Things will continue to change. And I always cite, when I did Shipt was a hot app and then it kind of fell off. I did Lime scooter charging. That was hot and that fell off. Hope that helps.